What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. I know you guys could probably already tell it is going down. Just by that title alone, definitely gonna want to see this one, folks. So we're witnessing Tim Walz absolutely bombing a Fox News interview. I'm not going to say much as far as spoiling it, but I will say he is not helping Kamala Harris's campaign whatsoever. I'm excited to get into it. So when I'm straight into it, guys, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Before we even get into it, y'all, hit that like button, also hit that subscribe button for your boy. And without further ado, let's jump straight into it, folks. Check this one out. I just can't make it up.
Republicans came out against it long before President Trump indicated he didn't like it either. Listen, before we go, because I wish that we had a full hour, I want to give you a chance, because you called yourself a knucklehead this week, to talk about some of your misstatements. Yes. You've modified your story or explained that you misspoke about things involving your military rank, about carrying a weapon in war, your 1995 DUI arrest, using IVF to have your beautiful children, Gus and Hope.
This dude has a laundry list of lies that he needs to clear up right now on the spot. I don't think he's clearing up anything. I'm just going to say that's my bet right now. He's not clearing up one single thing. This is a list of, what, 5 different things already. Oh my goodness.
About carrying a weapon in war, your 1995 DUI arrest, using IVF to have your beautiful children, Gus and Hope, being in Hong Kong and China in the summer of 1989 during the Tiananmen events. A lot of people would say they couldn't get away with saying, I'm just too passionate, my grammar's not right, I'm a knucklehead. What do you say to the American people who think, I don't know that I can trust this guy with all those modifications to be the potential commander-in-chief of this country?
Yeah, well, I think they heard me. They heard me the other night speaking passionately about gun violence and misspeaking. And I got to be honest with you, Shannon, I don't think people care whether I used IUI or IVF when we talk about this. What they understand is Donald Trump would resist those things. Look, I speak.
Oh my goodness, guys. He says the American people don't care about him misspeaking, is what he misspeaking. I'm gonna give the air quotes because this guy is just blatantly lying. He's saying that people more so care about Donald Trump and what they always try to pivot, shift the blame shifting to Donald Trump every single time. No accountability whatsoever. This guy, Tim Walz, you can't make it up.
Talk about this. What they understand is Donald Trump would resist those things. Look, I speak passionately. I had an entire career, decades before I was in public office. They know, and I'm very proud of my 24 years in service and my record. I have never disparaged someone else in this, but I know that's not what Donald Trump does. They disparage everyone, the personal attacks. I will own up when I misspeak. I will own up when I make a mistake. Let's be very clear.
I will own up is what he's saying, and we're seeing that there is zero accountability there. Never did you hear this guy say that, hey, yeah, I may have been incorrect. I probably shouldn't have said those things. This guy just literally smooths over the topic like nothing even happened, like he never told a lie. It's absolutely crazy. Listen to this guy when Fox host Shannon Bream confronts him on Kamala Harris's economy and how Americans are having a tough time buying groceries at the store. Check it out.
Our latest polling shows that 66% of Americans we talked to said that buying groceries is a, quote, major problem for them. And when we ask people about how they feel about the policies of this administration versus the previous, double the amount of people surveyed say that Biden-Harris policies have hurt them rather than help them and their families economically. That's in stark contrast to how they feel when asked about the Trump administration. So what would a Harris-Walz administration do different than a Biden-Harris administration when it comes to convincing people that the economy is going to get better for them, because their perception is that it's not?
Well, we saw a blockbuster jobs report this week. We saw interest rates come down, and we've also seen that Vice President Harris laying out a middle-class agenda.
Our latest polling shows that.
So she's laying out an agenda. I really have failed to see that yet. I'm excited to see the agenda she's laid out for, reducing these prices they're seeing. Just insane. It seems like it's only going up. And I want you guys to see the look on Tim Walz's face when the fact check is not in his hands. Give a look at this.
We're seeing economists talk about Donald Trump's proposal to add a 20% sales tax will cost $4,000. Okay. That's everybody. That's not me saying it.
And just to note, that is a tariff, which, by the way, this administration not only kept most of the Trump tariffs, but they added their own as well. So that's got to be part of the conversation.
Guys, look at this guy's face during that, though. As soon as she starts a fact checking, like, hold on, 20% sales tax, that's a tariff. And actually, by the way, the Biden administration has kept a lot of Donald Trump's tariffs in place and also added some of their own. Look at this guy's face. looking like a deer caught in headlights. I mean, come on, y'all. They don't like it when the fact check is not in their hands. Then we're seeing it gets worse, guys. He is asked on Kamala Harris's border policies, and this guy responds that they've got the strongest, most fairest we've ever seen. I'm excited to get in this one, guys. You gotta see it.
The vice president has made it clear that she has policies that make a difference. Her border policies are the most strongest, the fairest we've seen. It's
but now, Governor, you know, a lot of people, including your own party, would not join that statement.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. It feels so good to finally have someone. This is what all the the folks who have a brain, I will say, are thinking when he's able to just get up there, say these things. Friendly media, when he sits down, does these interviews, they never challenge that. We got Shannon Bream here. She's ready to challenge that. Yo, this is true journalism right here. Listen to this guy, just ready to lie. Think he's going to get away with it without being challenged or questioned.
Are the most strongest, the fairest we've seen. It's
but now, Governor, you know, a lot of people, including your own party, would not join that statement. There are millions of people who have come here over the last few years that, you know, they see this as an open policies. Border.
Well, simply, we have a policy. Donald Trump sees it as a political. Look, James.
Oh my, are you guys getting what I'm putting down now? Every single time. You've seen his face when he's caught. He's on the fence. Look, they got him on the ropes. I'm sorry. They got him on the ropes. Look, he's got the blank face. That right there is the face of sheer terror. This guy is not used to being faced with reality. Look at this, guys.
Here's that, you know, they see this as an open policies. Border.
Well, simply, we have a policy. Donald Trump sees it as a political. Look, James Langford in Oklahoma, the Border Patrol agents, the Wall Street Journal, the Chamber of Commerce, all said pass this legislation. You have to have Congress to authorize 1,500 new border agents. You have to have Congress to authorize DOJ to speed adjudications on these asylum claims. Those are things that would actually work. Donald Trump told us for 4 years he would deal with this. He didn't. He didn't build his wall, 2%. Mexico didn't pay for it. This is a real bill that has bipartisan support. It has the experts on board, and it starts to tackle these issues. And we don't have to resort to demonizing people. We don't have to resort to making up or crafting stories, as Senator Vance said he did. Those things were not happening in Springfield, but it doesn't mean that we can't pass a piece of legislation to strengthen our border. That's what Kamala Harris is talking about.
Well,
She's talking
Governor,
about solving the problem.
That piece of legislation does include the wall that you guys have been so, you've disparaged that. I mean, the vice president has as well. So I don't know if she really intends to move forward with that. But it was negotiated by 3 or 4 senators, and many Republicans came out against it long before President Trump indicated he didn't like it either.
So there we have it, guys. Every single time these folks are met with the facts, it seems like they try to drag Donald Trump in it somehow, saying, hey, he slammed down. He's the one that, you know, called in and had the bill killed. We got Shannon here is clearing that all up, saying, hey, there was tons of Republicans that were saying, hey, they were opposed to the bill. But way before Donald Trump came in and said he was not in favor of it. Then take a look at what Tim Walz is allowing in his state.
Wall Street Journal says this after you were chosen to join the ticket. As the Democratic governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz signed into law initiatives allowing immigrants in the country illegally to apply for driver's licenses, qualify for free tuition at state universities, and enroll in the state's free health care program for low-income residents. Are those not magnets to draw people here, many times on dangerous journeys for themselves? And why should your taxpayers in Minnesota or across the states pay for those programs?
Well, that's not the vice president's position, but I will say this. Minnesota ranks as a top 5 business state. We rank as a top 3 state for children living, and we're the top state for healthcare access. I would also add this. We also have some of the safest roads. Look.
Wall Street Journal says this.
We also have some of the safest roads who rank as top 5 business states in the country. But no answer to signing into law free driver's license, free college, and free health care for illegal immigrants, all at the expense of the taxpayers' dollar. It just does not make sense. These are the candidates. Tim Walz, Kamala Harris, that's who they're putting up. And they're not even explaining themselves, their past, their track records, their history, their policies, positions. We're getting absolutely nothing from these folks, and they're allowed to get away with it. I'm glad that he got caught up on Fox News, man, because they simply don't play on this network. And this is the network they've been so badly trying to dodge. And I'm going to end it on this one, folks, but I just had to show you guys Tim Walz learning the word salad from the best of them. Check him out.
You said in a radio interview that anti-Israel protesters were speaking out, quote, for all the right reasons. Muslims. You know that some of them are carrying Hamas flags. Some of them are calling for the extermination of the Jewish state. Do you want to clarify your praise for that?
Well, yeah, I'm certainly not talking about them. I'm talking about the people who understand that we have to end the humanitarian crisis, but they understand we need to return the hostages, bring peace to the region. Look, I will always defend people's rights to First Amendment, but that's not the folks I'm talking about. Those folks are not speaking for the entire group. So I think it's very clear on this. Israel's right, as we've stood with them. Anti-Semitism has no place in this country, and Vice President Harris has been clear about that. I've been clear about it. But the ability to bring a peaceful solution and understand Israel's right to defend itself, the return of the hostages, and Gazans' right to live in peace too is something that we're trying to get to. And that's going to take the leadership that we've seen out of Vice President Harris, being able to hold this coalition together. And again, when Iran launched their missiles this week, she's in the Situation Room. That's different.
I don't know. What I'm getting from that is this dude is trying to advocate for both sides. He's playing both sides right now. He's both siding. It just does not make sense. These are the folks that are put up, man, saying they're the grand candidate, the bee's knees, the best you're going to get. You know, they're just miles ahead. Donald Trump, JD Vance, we're seeing it is common sense. If you got even a fourth of a brain, I'll say, you can see straight through this, guys. Definitely hop in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy more content like this, I'll catch you guys on the next one.